The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. That's a cute ball. Rijkaard. Totti. And here's Cruyff. Now that looks a decent ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Cafu. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
De Ligt. Cafu. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. David Villa. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vieira. Zanetti. Passing is crisp and sharp. Raul. And it's Timber. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nicely worked. Zanetti.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Raul. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mateus. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Shevchenko. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Oh, important interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Mateus. This is a promising build-up. Cafu. No, that's been intercepted. He's a sharp little ball here.
Munich really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
And it's Totti. Cruyff. And Cruyff! A real chance and a real let-off. Nicely shaped ball. De Ligt gets over and intercepts. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Shevchenko. Mateus. Zanetti finding himself in space. Zanetti made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Totti. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Villa. And here's Vieira. Zanetti clears it away. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Lovely pass, but can he get there? They're back in possession and ready to go again. Cleared away. Raul. Oh, nicely intercepted. Totti. Here's Vieira. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now, can they get him away? Shevchenko plays it in. And it's claimed by the keeper. Totti. Now it's Villa. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Hello everybody, and
Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable.
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Rijkaard. Number 5, Zanetti. Number 11,
so the action resumes.
Johan Cruyff.
Borussia Dortmund really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Didier Drogba.
Shevchenko. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Kimmich. Now he's got space here. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And that is well cleared. And it's Shevchenko. Mateus. And that's been intercepted. Out of play for a throw. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Played into space. Raul, ambitious ball here. Dink through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Nice looking ball. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Duke touches it back.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. He's done particularly well there. It's wonderful focus.
Now it's Drogba. He's looking wide. Kimmich is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now it's Villa. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Substitution on the field. Number 25, Vieira. Number
Messi.
19.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey-old game.
I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
Oh, well played. Pass somewhat off target. Look at the space here. Big chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Totti clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Totti goes short. Totti. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, played right into his path. Van Dijk. Kimmich. And that interception was most necessary. It's not an especially good pass, that. Dani Olmo. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Cafu. Cafu makes a move down the right. Cross into the box. McAllister! And that is wildly off target. Dani Olmo. And it's Kimmich. Totti, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Drogba! Wow, that is Didier Drogba! That is a gem! An absolute gem! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
The first breakthrough.
Yeah, all their effort pays.
He leaps for it! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Borussia Dortmund restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Searching pass he's played there. He's found space here. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Villa, and here's Drogba. And it's Kimmich. Can he get it through? Oh, it's come loose. Oh, in he goes again. Oh, that could be pivotal. A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't...
And time is up. Borussia Dortmund were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everyone,
The
and
fans
welcome
have
to
pulled out
Old
all the
Trafford.
stops to make this a
Manchester
monumental
United
occasion.
against Borussia Dortmund.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, there's the unmistakable figure of Dimitar Berbatov. There was never any question of leaving a man of his talents on the bench.
Yeah, you can't question this guy's abilities or his track record.
There's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Robertson, he's found space here. He has found the way through. No, he's overshot the green. He's going to be disappointed with that. Mateus. Diouf. Now then, the ball's come loose. Valverde. Now it's Valverde. Zanetti makes the interception. And it's McAllister. Now it's Shevchenko. He's found a way through. Header! Nearly, but not quite. Each side mirroring the other in terms of chances created here, one each for now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Totti. Good driving run. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening. Berbatov! No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pass is just off target. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He's done very well to get to that.
Mateus clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That's a decent clearance. Mateus with the cross.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now who's going to be first to this? De Jong. Chance here to counter. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Berbatov. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Shevchenko, looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's picked his way through. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Mateus really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. This for 1-0. Just one winner. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon.
Joe! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. And he's being shifted off it. De Ligt spots it and intercepts. And it's Totti. De Ligt with the foul. Quickly taken. Totti. Timber. He'll try from distance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Look at the space, goes for a shot! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like...
And the finish! Well taken goal. A goal at a really telling moment. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And this is Shevchenko. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Searching pass he's played there. That's the keeper's ball. Robertson. De Jong, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Duke receives it in a chance! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Looking for the run. De Ligt gets over and intercepts. Rijkaard threads one in. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That has not gone well. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Nice looking ball. He's had it taken off him. And we've reached half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. And it is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Borussia Dortmund really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Berbatov! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
De Jong. Rijkaard promptly onto that, and that is that. Duke is onto this. And it's been hooked away. It's a really well-measured ball. It's a pretty loose pass. McAllister. Mateus. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is Berbatov. Shot a goal! And that's a tiny finish. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defence.
Totti! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He is just caressing the ball. And it's made its way to him. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Timber cuts it out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, what has happened here? He's shifting through the gears here, and a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Totti. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And now the breakaway. Rodri. And that is a little undercooked. Can he get onto this? Great chance! And that's in! That was easy, almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 24.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Number 9.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
It's a sweeping cross.
Number 26.
And he's quick to get rid.
Robertson. Coming on the field. Number 17. Shevchenko.
And this is Shevchenko.
Number 19.
And it's Soboslai.
Number
Can he get it
22?
through? De Ligt calmly
Number
anticipates.
14, Soboslai.
And
Number
Shevchenko.
25,
And he's lost his man here.
Borussia Dortmund really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know,
It's roll! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Substitution in progress.
Eze. He's on it. Can he get away? Good read. Needed to be.
Manchester United clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Nuno Mendes. Mendes getting forward. Shifted it to the flank. Mendes got a long way forward to join the attack. Well timed, excellent interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Good ball, good take. Joelinton. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Well, there's the clearance. He's found a way past. And the through ball. He has a look up. Towering header! And no mistake. And right near the end, we have parity. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substitutions taking
Back
place.
to parity, and there's barely any time left.
3 minutes at a
Credit
time.
where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And he cuts out the supply. Maldini is one of those players who's known for reading the game. So that's it. It is all over. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Borussia Dortmund succeeded in minimising the damage caused by their numerical disadvantage.
Well, look, they may have drawn, Peter, but considering the circumstances, it'll feel like a win. This was an opportunity to...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Borussia Dortmund against
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow. Beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. Well, we're on the way. Well, this is one boy from Croxteth who, so far as club football goes, has achieved just about everything. English football has rested on... And the shots! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
After 2 minutes.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pepe kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he thumps it clear. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Quality ball. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Bale. Tries to play it through. Nicked it back promptly. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Bale. Mateus. And here's Shevchenko. Well, now it's a race for the ball, and he's being shifted off it. Now, what about this cross? And that's the keeper's ball. Now it's Mohamed Salah. No, he's not getting his way this time. Silvestre. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. Looking for options for movement. Pepe proves too strong, too smart. Vardiol has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Loose ball. Oh, what has happened here? That's a lovely, neat pass. Could move up a gear here. Oh, well measured. And this is Shevchenko. Shevchenko plays it in. And that should get the job done. And he's let fly. Oh, the ball's... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crossed in again. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Shevchenko finds himself offside. Pepe has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And it's Rooney. Rooney going face-to-face with his great rival, Ed Nielsen. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rooney unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He has found the way through. And he's there to get it away. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Shevchenko. Azar. Great vision. And this is and the shot! Mo Salah! Sensational! He's got himself an absolute peach. Inter are back in business. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he was quick to react. Can he get on the end of this? Rijkaard. Well read, nice interception. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's run loose here. Hazard is flagged offside. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Mateus, cute ball now, how can he reach it? Shevchenko shoots! And that has fair fizzed. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Well, that's well spotted. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. That looks a cracking ball. Bergomi tries to clear. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. He's had a shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
And he's had it nicked away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Maldini gets across to intercept that. Juve. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. That's really well cleared. And that brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Please take this opportunity.
So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Back on the way then. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tries to pass it through. Maldini. Edmilson. Can he get it through? No, that's been intercepted. And here's Bale.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Courtois claims it without any fuss. Nice physical challenge. And it's Salah. And no, that was never going to make it. Silvestre. That's a little off target. Edmilson. And it's Rijkaard. Not the most accurate pass. Xabi Alonso.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Borussia Dortmund do have a chance to counter here. Almost an hour gone. Played back. Cross from Cafu.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Threads one in. Pass is just off target. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Inter really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. That is very well defended. And that's gone loose. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. He's on it, can he get away? Knocks it into space. And this is Rooney. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Looking for the run. Edmilson. Shevchenko. And he cuts out the supply. Looking to play him in. That's an imaginative pass. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Bergomi. And it's Salah. Nicely weighted ball. Shevchenko. He's a sharp little ball here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Shevchenko clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
That has been knocked clear. Azar gets it away. And Shevchenko! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! Into the lead once more. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Borussia Dortmund with the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Edmilson. Well, that looks a decent ball. Cross into the box. And that is well cleared. They get a throw in.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 11, Shevchenko. Number 9, Edmilson.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
Number 6.
This usually is the time teams go into
Number
conservation
20,
mode.
McAllister.
And it's Azar. He's shifting through the gears here. Azar! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Coming on to replace him is
De
number
Ligt attempts a clearance.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Now he's got space here. And this is Ronaldo. And a header! McAllister can get it clear. Mateus. And there's green grass ahead of him. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive
And now,
moment.
I'd just like to read out our fan club members.
Thoughts on
who are
what we've just
celebrating
seen?
their birthdays
Well, Peter,
today.
this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow. Beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Marquinhos.
Chance for a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Rijkaard. Edmilson. That's going wide left. Looking for options for movement. Mateus. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spectacular save! Tries to cross.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And it's Edmilson. João Neves. Good running, strong and purposeful. Zaire Emery. It'll be a throw-in. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Nicely spread. Kvaratskhelia has the space to scheme. Kvaratskhelia! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
And he's intervened well there. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Great ball if he can get there. That's the keeper's ball. Hakimi. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Neymar. And it's played in.
That's good defensive concentration.
Vitinha. Pinches it off him. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well played. Nuno Mendes. Zaire Emery. All played for Dembele. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Edmilson. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Played in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
João Neves. Kvaratskhelia looking to receive it in space. That is good strength. And we're back on the ball again. He's had a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition, now forced to come out.
Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Forced to go back. Looking to play him in. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. That has not gone well. João Neves. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking for the run. Kvaratskhelia is in a really good position out wide. Neymar. Zaire Emery spots it and intercepts. This is a promising build-up. Engages and forces him off the ball. Juve, who needs just a moment to score a goal. And it's Neves.
Borussia Dortmund truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Here comes the corner. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been hooked away. Just about within shooting range. Vitinha looking understandably energised after his goal. Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. Kvaratskhelia. And he has been fouled there. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Substitutions taking place.
So, what can they come up with here? It's a pretty loose pass. That's a shade optimistic. Mateus. Probing pass. Floated through. Marquinhos. And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Borussia Dortmund come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second. And the shot! And he's stuck it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Borussia Dortmund restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And the pass is intercepted. Silvestre, and he's worked it through. Neymar. It's a goal kick. Nuno Mendes. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. He's a sharp little ball here.
Borussia Dortmund have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Barcola. João Neves. Maldini cuts out the pass.
The attendance for this match was 60,179.
Tries to play it through. Silvestre. And that could set him. Can he finish? quality ball. Duke is herring after that one. Just eases him off the ball. Nuno Mendes. Chance, surely! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Shevchenko really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's there to belt it away. And it's Vitinha. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Hangs one in, it's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Cafu attempts a clearance.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Doué. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Chance! Off the post! And that is well cleared. João Neves. Nice control. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zaire Emery gets over and intercepts. Edmilson. Maldini charging forward, the ball at his feet. And he's lost his man here. Big chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Corner number 2 then. Oh, super ball!
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's had it nicked away.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 11, Shevchenko.
João Neves.
Number 22,
And it's Vitinha.
Mateus.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Number 6,
And he shoots!
Dani.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Castolo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So,
Number
third
9,
corner of the game.
Edmilson. Coming on the field is number 20, McAllister.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And this is Neymar.
There will be 3 minutes.
João
added time.
Neves. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Dembele. And here's Doué. Dani Olmo. So that's it. It is all over. Borussia Dortmund have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
Hello everybody, and this is a quick reminder
The
to let
end of
you
the
know
game.
that you'll be able to
Reflections?
catch today's match.
Well, what a
broadcast
difference a half
live
could
on
make,
our Trust
Peter.
FM
And
station.
the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Barcelona have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure...
It's Forlan! That was superb goalkeeping!
Forlan actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Towering header! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Doué, he's picked his way through. Jude. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
It's a pretty loose pass. It's gone out for a throw-in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. First quarter of an hour gone. Rice distributed tidily. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Neymar. He's found a way through. Neymar! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
So we're still where we started right now. Zanetti. And it's Forlan.
Such good technique.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Rice. Oh, that is a nice touch. Real chance! Oh, he's hit the bar! And he's taking no chance for a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Gives it back. He's free. He had to. Oh, split-second reaction.
Doué clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He's had it taken off him. Edmilson. Can he get it through? Keeper's got good distance on that. Great defending, strong and determined. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
shot at goal! And again! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, that's nice. Here's a chance! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And it's Totti. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Defending was strong and firm. Doué. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Tries to pass it through. Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
DiMarco. Totti. Played out towards the right wing. Knocks it into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. It's fallen! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Borussia Dortmund go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. Back on the way then.
Borussia Dortmund really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And he's had it nicked away. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Now it's Doué. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Stood up well to him there. And here's Doué. Just eases him off the ball. Doué unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Zanetti, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Looking for a corner. Barcelona have their second corner now. Oh, good climb! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, can they get him away? Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this. Borussia Dortmund still behind thanks to that solitary strike. And this is Neymar. Saliba. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Zanetti made a surge from full-back, as it turned out, unsuccessfully. Well read, nice interception. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Totti powering forward here. And that's another good win of the ball. Totti. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's fabulous. Silvestre, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. No foul, says the referee. And the pass is intercepted. DiMarco. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Now it's Forlan. Spread it left. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Doué! Oh, it's a stunning goal! About as smooth as it gets. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10, Messi. El dorsal 8.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
El dorsal 14.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off his shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
El dorsal
It's
22.
ended up in no man's
Villa.
land.
El
Oh, that's a
dorsal
very
5.
Shevchenko!
El dorsal 17.
No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Messi, and he's managed to get free. Decent chance! And no, he had to, and yet he could not.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
And here's Shevchenko. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Borussia Dortmund really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Oh, what has happened here? And he's there to belt it away. Zanetti. That'll be a throw-in.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Now it's Doué. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. Neymar. Maldini. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played,
2 minutos
well
de
stopped.
descuento.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Maldini. Now it's Messi. And that's it. Borussia Dortmund were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthless.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. So that's got things underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Oh,
Real chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That has ended up in no man's land. Great vision. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Neymar. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, sweet feet. And this is... Van Basten! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Ronaldinho proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Van Basten. Silvestre clears without hesitation. Out for a throw. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Can he get on the end of this? And he was quick to react. O'Reilly. Brzezinski. And it's Ronaldinho. First quarter of an hour gone. Shevchenko. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. De Rossi. Brzezinski. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. He's shifting through the gears here. Bullish header! It's fallen kindly here. Oh, good finish. A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Duke could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
Neymar threads one in. De Rossi. And it's Salah. Can he get it through?
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
He's not got that quite right. No, again there's no way through. Mateus, Diouf, and a chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Diouf really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Shoot! Oh, the keeper's done very, very well to deny him. Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Borussia Dortmund looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Silvestre does really well to win the ball there. That's been cut out, well played. O'Reilly. Now Neymar. Oh, that's a key interception. Brzezinski. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ronaldinho. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's a little off target. Now he's got space here.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Came through for him. Timber. Neymar. That's tidy. Shevchenko. And the whistle goes for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
I'd like to ask you
Borussia Dortmund looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. So the action resumes. Some good persistent defending here. And it's Neymar. Brzezinski. And that has put paid to that. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Brzezinski might well be in for a mouthful from his boss if his teammates don't get there first.
Now, can they get him away? That is lovely. Brzezinski over to the right flank. He is through here. And this is Van Basten. He takes a shot. Oh, it's fallen loose again. Goal! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Played out towards the right wing. And he welcomes it in. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Brzezinski showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
The attendance for this match was 60,179.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Lovely bit of skill. It's run loose here.
Madrid really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Ronaldinho providing an outlet on that flank. That'll be a corner.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
Corner number 2 then.
11, Shevchenko. Coming on to replace him.
Not a lot we need to say about that.
24,
Now it's Neymar.
Castolo.
There's the shot!
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Neymar surely had to know he had the support to his right, and if he didn't, he just needs to get his head up.
And he's quick to return it. The Rossi is there to clear. Rijkaard. Edmilson, the man synonymous. Decent chance! Heading backwards. Rosicki absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now it's Neymar. Mateus. This might spell danger.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Ronaldinho, and this is Neymar. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Van Basten. Very much into the last knockings. 5 minutes left on the clock. He's got away. He has a look up.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 19, El Youth. Number 22, Mateus. Coming on the field, number 23, Desiree Doué. Number 6, Dani Olmo.
It's a good run down the right, and it's Olmo. And the shot! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. And right near the end, we have parity. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Goes for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Castolo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
The most accurate pass.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Dani Olmo. Now it's Azar. I think they're done. They are done. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely...